The hour is now for game changers to emerge, for the forgotten, for the rejected, for the ignored, to come out of the ashes and into the light, out of obscurity and into victory. Take the throne with everything that you have in you. The hour is now. I am coming for the throne. I'm coming for every room that you locked me out of. Every realm that I step into, I will dominate. I am determined to win, no matter what season I'm in. When you counted me out, when you rejected me, when you overlooked me, when you ignored me, I waited painfully in obscurity for the opportunity to take the throne. I am your replacement. Your rejection has forged a new fire inside of me. Man, I'm climbing the ladder. I'm bringing my team. I'm coming for magazines and movie screens, billboards and awards, movie scores and labels. I'm signing checks and contracts on every table. I'm no longer stuck in the basement, stuck in the gutter. I'm leaving the casket. You saved me, vacant. You were here, my feet walking the pavement. No more complacent, driven, persistent, and relentless are all an understatement. Who am I? I'm sorry, not sorry. I am unapologetically your replacement. I have worked while you have slept. I have learned while you have partied. I have saved while you have spent. And I will live like you dream. I am relentless. I am resilient. I will not back down. I will not surrender. I am now an agent of change and transformation. I am your replacement. Every room that I walk in, I will change the game. I'm influencing neighborhoods and towns, startups and corporations, from the forgotten about hoods to the nations. I'm coming to reconstruct and resurrect broken foundations, leaving everybody that rejected me out of the equation. The marathon continues. The Mamba mentality has left a mark. Shout out to the NBA legend, Kobe, and your daughter, Gigi. From Tom Brady to Drew Bledsoe. Rain, sleet, or snow, I grind.
This is a concept. This is a concept that has a deeper meaning than just the regular words. But salute to Jason with a carrot. Evil Mate, Rally Time TV, Shakira's History Channel. Salute, salute. So this thing has a deeper meaning than just the regular words. To understand that the very oldest DNA on the planet goes back to a black woman. Every person on this planet, every human being on this planet can trace their DNA back to this one single individual. And because of that, what we know as life between human beings can only be given by a woman. A woman has the ability to create man and woman, male and female. So with that comes the concept of black woman is God, because the first woman on earth, the first woman that we're related to, the oldest, is a black woman. So the black woman is God. That's a concept. So for the people that don't understand that concept, that's on them. But it's just a concept. So we're gonna get through the second part of this because we did the first part like 2 weeks ago. So, but I gotta see where I left off at though. So let me check my page to see where I was at last time. me see where I ended off the last time. All right, so I think I should know where I'm at. Let me find it. Let me find it. Somewhere over here. All right. All right, over here. Hold on. What happened? I'm still in the live? Oh, yes, I am. About to say, what's going on here? I got 2 pages open. I need to close one of these shits right now. Close one of them shits right now. Happy Sunday to the people in the building. Hit the like button if you haven't already. So, let me share my screen. All right. We got Sarah Suit and Seti. I wonder if anybody knows him. Man, boy, some people be out here trying to say some stuff about Sis. But anyway, I wonder if they know Sarah Suit and Seti. They could call names, but they don't call the names I actually know. These dudes is crazy. Or these people is crazy. Let's get to some actual information. You know, because what happens is people get upset because they cannot articulate any of the information that they be trying to pass off. So they usually have to generalize stuff. They have to generalize. And I've been hearing some very disparaging things about the conscious community. Shit. Said, damn. Fucking Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop and those people that are very connected to Dr. Ben, Dr. Ivan Van Sertimer, Khalid Muhammad. Damn. They trying to say that people that's associated with the conscious community is involved in some stuff. Say, God damn, man. Damn, sorry, Dr. Clark. Sorry, Leonard Jeffries. Sorry. I'm so sorry to all the great Black people that actually go through the conscious community to get to the ears of the Black folks, the masses of the poor people. I'm sorry to you guys that you're going to have other Black people to try to say that you guys are pedophiles and child molesters. I'm so sorry that there's even people that's allowed to even say that type of stuff. You know what I mean? To associate the whole conscious community, which is the reason why a lot of breakthroughs have passed. A lot of breakthroughs has passed within the Black community because O.J. Simpson came through the conscious community. Him and Steve Coakley during the height of the trial. How you think that they was going to be able to have the people on his side? Where was O.J. Simpson gonna go to get to the poor Black people and get his message out? Oh man. What about Master P? Master P funded the conscious community as well as Ice Cube. You know who else? Michael Jackson funded the conscious community. Man, yeah. So y'all go ahead. Spread the rumors and lies on the foundation that help most of the Black people stay sane. Because while we out here killing each other over bullshit, the conscious community allowed niggas to actually have some information worthy of something without having to fucking work for the white man. The conscious community allowed them niggas to be able to learn shit and have value and information. The conscious community allowed all them niggas to do all that shit. But guess what? I'm not in the conscious community. I never was. I've been around them niggas. I don't know no brother polite, nigga. Never met him. So y'all go ahead. You guys go ahead with that. But at the end of the day, the conscious community is a heavy staple in the black community, because in the 90s going on, that conscious community was very important to the black community. Khalid Muhammad and the reachings and debates and all that stuff that they did, all the debates and all the young Ria, salute, all the debates and all the lectures that Dr. Clark did. Yeah. See, what happens is when they can't actually deal with the information, there goes the character assassination. Now, at the end of the day, if I'm saying something wrong, tell me I am. If you think I'm wrong, but you can't. You know why? Because you don't know none of this shit. Y'all don't read. You niggas don't know nothing. You niggas don't know nothing past the shit you need to know to get by in everyday life. That is the problem with them. So they mad at who? Me? Because I give a damn more about my existence than you do. That's on you. But be careful what you say. Be careful what you say. Because when you put these type of accusations, there's a lot of people. Man, she called the whole Hebrew Israelites motherfucking pedophiles, bro. Say, God damn. You know, you know that whole Aki movement? You know the whole Aki movement with Freeway from Philly and the niggas with the big beards and the black people with the beards? You know that ain't started in New York? That's a Philly thing. You see all these niggas with the beards and all that? Niggas be saying, oh, Rick Ross beards. That's not where it started, nigga. My nigga Freeway from Philly, divide and conquer, salute. My nigga Freeway from Philly, he was the one with the beard. Them Philly niggas is the ones who brought that beard shit because they was the ones calling each other Aki, Aki. Where's that? Okay, y'all niggas go ahead. Y'all niggas go ahead, bro. Where you think all that come from? Why you think they were calling each other Aki? Oh man. All right, y'all keep playing with it, man. All right. So anyway, let's get back to some actual shit. But just know that we going through the people that came through the conscious community, and we gonna call them all motherfucking pedophiles. Because that's what people allowing other people to get away with. So we're gonna do it for real.
But as long as you respect your mama, that's the first sign. Once you go against your mama, you ain't gonna have nothing good come to you. I don't give a goddamn what you say. I don't give a goddamn what you say. And so
once you go against your mama, you ain't gonna have nothing good come to you. They want to fight information like this to put out your daughter's a whore and she drinks every day and she a prostitute. And I like sucking dick. You're gonna go against this type of information to promote that. Let them do it. You're gonna go against this type of information to promote drinking and driving with no seatbelt. And I don't give a fuck because I stand on it. This Good luck, nigga, because this is how people get exposed.
We got to get our mamas back up top. That should be, and that when we say mama, see, we looking at the higher, even though we mean our sisters. A lot of families say, well, Daddy, this sister right here, she don't exemplify that. You understand? So what we try to say is that the holy mother, see, that's the higher ideal that even the sister should be pushing for. It's not anything that you do. The black woman is God. Here, don't come on, family. You know what I mean. And the mothers and our mothers left this too. So this is to keep us straight. It's the higher ideals that we discuss. So you always push to be the very best. Okay? When a man love you like this, you got to be at your best.
You hear that? When you get married and you have a husband and that man love you, you got to be at your best. Yo, when I did part one, that shit hurt somebody so bad. Because everything they heard about the greatness of the black woman, they wasn't. That shit, salute James, salute George Smith. Man, everything they heard about the greatness of the black woman, they wasn't. All they did was have children, nothing else. All they did was reproduce. They ain't serve a motherfucking purpose other than they reproduced. They became as worthless as every other fucking creature that's not. They became worthless as every other creature that's not, nigga. That shit hit them in the heart and soul. They ready to throw away the whole community. They ready to throw away all the knowledge, all the information, anything good about the shit. They ready to throw it away because they know they don't belong. When they out here talking about the greatness of black women, where you fit in? Even if, what Tupac said, although you was a crack fiend, mama, you always is a black queen. The problem is, why the black queen can't go to certain women? Because they still crack fiends. Afeni Shakur wasn't a fucking crack fiend when Tupac made that song. She was, but she changed. So when you're still in your 40s, going on 50, and you're still doing the same crackhead shit, you can't see yourself as the black woman is God. So I understand that. But you ain't gonna throw away all the other real women because you ain't one.
You got to support that man, okay? And so, you know, the white man then taught you against your brother and your father and your husband. You understand? And you know you cannot survive without us. So no, I don't care how good that shit sounds. You our mother, and we can't live without you. But we your son, and you can't live without us. We're gonna keep you up top. You know, and we know you're gonna keep us up top. So that's the base. That's the basics. And if we can't get that, that's why ain't no sense of discussing nothing else. Until you get this right, ain't shit gonna get right. And when we can get this right, I know we got to work on it, but we should work on it. And we should do better. We should be looking out for the sisters. Make sure they get in their car. Make sure you watch these niggas out there. They don't supposed to be out here. We supposed to be the only ones out here. So you
Facts. But nah, kill this message and promote the other message. Kill this message and promote the other message.
These niggas roaming out there, y'all watch them niggas. They shouldn't be around our sisters, you know, protecting our sisters, being on the street as G's, making sure that these weak niggas is off the streets.
Nah, because we're gonna have women to fight against the strong niggas to try to keep the weak niggas on the street. We got examples of that because they know they weak women. So we gotta make sure we understand the value of a woman so that the other wannabe women could understand what it means to actually be a woman, and they could take a seat and take some lessons and learn what it is to be a motherfucking mother.
You know, they're trying to get the hard rock off the streets so the weak niggas can be on the streets. The rapists, the murderers, the fags. We got to get back on the streets. That's why
They trying to get the hard rocks off the street so they can have them weak niggas on the street. You see the kind of weak niggas they got? The perverted ones. The ones who make women uncomfortable when they come around them. The ones who say all kind of stuff because they have no respect for no woman. Those the ones that these women want to uplift. So those ain't the ones we refer to when we say the black woman is God, and that's why they mad. Because once we understand the value of what it is to be a black woman, you move different. You carry yourself different. But when you know that the devil is what controls your spirit, shit. All you're going to show is what's in you, what you are, the devil. Motherfuckers, they all got the devil spirit in them. They all move in one accord, in accordance with their wickedness. Let them go ahead.
them police don't want us on the street corners because we dominate. And we can dominate the community. We got to get back like that. But we got to do it for black power. We can't do it for white power. We can't do it for no dope. We can't do it just for the white man money with his wicked ass ancestors on it. That's nothing that we could use. We got to have our own money. with our ancestors' face on it in gold.
You know him, Charles.
Goddamn it, not no goddamn paper dumb shit. You can put this in your hand and feel proud you got some African money because you know it's real. You see what I'm saying? It's happening, family. Okay, and so the ancestors sent me back to tell you these things.
Again, had a root, the golden calf. And you see right there, Moses coming down, you see the black woman back there. I'm going to show you. The calf had a root. And the reason why they use the calf, because the calf provides the milk, the nutrition, the nourishment.
So, see, understanding signs and symbols is very important, man. It gives you an idea of what you're looking at, because whether you realize it or not, this world is filled with signs and symbols, and the people that put them there for a reason. So sometimes when you see that a company takes a certain logo or uses a certain emblem, you might think they just use it because they like it. Most of the time, a lot of the time, they chose it because it has a meaning. And understanding these signs and symbols would allow you to figure out what and who you're dealing with. Because some people would use words to say one thing to you, but then they wear or they do certain signs and symbols, or they carry certain emblems that if you only knew the meaning, then you would know that they words going against what they really represent. So this is why education is important. Learning these things is important. It's a gift and a curse, because it affects you when you're watching things like TV or movies and stuff like that. Because these directors and these people in these places, they study a lot of history and ancient stuff. That's where they get the ideas to create some of the movies and stuff. So they put a lot of those things in these movies, and the only people that catch it is people that might understand it. So for me, I catch a lot of these stuff in movies, and it makes the movie kind of unpleasant for me, because if the director is trying to be slick, I'll catch the slickness because he put it in there. Sometimes they put stuff in there to fuck with people, and you won't catch it unless you one of those people that's in it. So a lot of this shit that they do sometimes is real slick, and we're gonna point that out one day. We're gonna do coming up. We're gonna do the feminization of the black man. And we're gonna learn why some of these niggas is bitches. And we ain't doing that for Sunday service. We're gonna start doing that during the week. So that's coming up probably tomorrow or whatever, because it's gonna be a long one. We're gonna do that shit. I probably gonna have to take once a day to touch on parts of that shit. It's gonna be a while, because the feminization of the black man ain't just start, and then one video can't do it. These bitch ass niggas exist for a fucking reason, and we're gonna figure it all out. We're gonna see how these niggas was born. And we're going to see how these niggas was grown, and we're going to see how we're going to get rid of them niggas. Anyway, the black woman is God.
Okay, so the woman symbolically was, the cow was symbolically used for the African woman to show that she does the same thing for her children and her nation. And so you see right there, the horns on the black woman's head and the sun disc. And she got her baby up there and she's breastfeeding. That's the sacred science of life. Until we can get our sisters to be able to feed their babies and have peace, we ain't never coming up out this shit.
So as we can see, this is all symbolism. Like, that woman don't really got horns on her head. That's the symbolism. She symbolizes motherhood, nourishment. The fact that the sun is on her titty, she's nourishing him. This is all symbols. It means something, and it's not for the other people to understand. It's for us to understand, because they ain't make it for them. They made it for us. It ain't their ancestors that made that shit. It's ours. So when we see it, we get a better understanding of why we got Big Mama. Nobody else got Big Mama. Only us, nigga. Who making the soul food? That's Big Mama and them. It's only us, nigga. They don't got the soul. We got the soul. We got the bar and the car. We came up with it. Now they can't teach that. So when they hear this type of stuff, all they hear is, oh my gosh, he sound. How about say what I said though? Can you say what I said? Do you know what I said? Can you explain what I said? Nope. Niggas ain't nobody trying to read no book in their 40s. They ain't read a book in 20 years. They ain't read a book in 20 years. You know how hard it is for them to read a comment that got like fucking more than 100 words in it? If you got a comment that got about 50 words in that motherfucker, niggas start giving up after like 10 words. I ain't reading all this shit. When they see, like, look, Angelina, you see what you posted? Man, by the time they get to culture, they'll be like, man, I'm not reading all this shit. Niggas give up on the whole fucking shit because it's too much words for them. You think they could read a book? Please. They rather demonize a person reading. They rather demonize a person. They rather make fun of the person reading. I went through this in school. I was always in the top class. And then when it's time to give it up, nigga, I'm gonna have to be with the cool kids. So y'all niggas gonna have to know I'm just like you niggas. Y'all niggas gonna have to know I'm just like you niggas. Even though I'm in the top class and I'm with all the motherfuckers who get the high grades, nigga, lunchtime, y'all niggas gonna know I'm just like you niggas. Who wanna fight? Y'all niggas crazy. Y'all niggas crazy, man. I'm just like you niggas. I apply myself a little bit more, but I'm just like you niggas. We could do all that.
We're never coming up out this shit. And so this is what we showing. They even show symbolically the cosmos as the holy cow. Why they call it the Milky Way.
The Milky Way. That's interesting. It's interesting. Milk nourishes. Interesting. When they go to heaven, they gonna get milk and honey. Okay. All right.
Go ahead. Because symbolically, the universe moved in the spirit of the woman, and the sun came through her womb, which is the black hole. See? Now, you see this brother right here? He got to step before Ma'at. He's in the judgment hall of Ma'at.
Now, to get to the Father, you got to go through the Son. But before you can even go through the Son, you got to get through the woman, Ma'at. She got to weigh your heart. Your heart got to get balanced on the scales of judgment. Ain't no man doing that. That's the spirit of the woman doing that. She's the law. She keep you in balance. But not if the woman is possessed by the spirit of the devil. That's one of those women, she need an exorcism. You got to get the spirit up out of that one. See, we got to know who's who, because the same spirit of the woman that is the spirit of God, the same spirit of the devil could try to use the woman. The same spirit of the devil can try to use the woman. The spirit of the devil in the Bible, Delilah cut Samson's locks. He loved her. So at the end of the day, the woman still got to know who she is so that she doesn't be used to take down her own man, to destroy her own family, to destroy her own people. She has to know who the fuck she is, because if she don't, you know what she gonna do? She gonna lose her family. She gonna destroy her life. She gonna let herself go, and she gonna be miserable. And we all know that misery loves company. That ain't something they was just telling us. That wasn't something they was just telling us. Our grandparents and the older people said, misery loves company. What do you see? What do you see? You see the misery, the miserable woman trying to find all kind of company, trying to make other people miserable just like her. Misery. You're going to be miserable or you by yourself. Because the real black woman is God, and the real black woman is going to check you. Because you're making the rest of them look bad.
This is her scale. She grabbed him like, nigga, come here. We're going to see if you been on the square. We're going to weigh you. And that's her feather. That's on top of her head. Yeah, that's the heart. And you see Ampu, and you see Heru, which are the two sons of Asa. You see them checking the scale. Nigga, we gonna make sure that the balance is correct.
It's a whole story you're looking at. This man is trying to get to the afterlife, trying to get to the graces of God. He's trying to meet the Son of God so that he could go forward and meet God and be one with God. But not so fast, bruh. You got to be judged. Katana, what's up? You got to be judged, buddy. You ain't going to just come in here. What have you been doing in your life? How have you lived your life? Because that's the only way you're going to get past here. Because if you've been living your life as a decrepit, derogatory motherfucker, guess what's going to happen? You are going to get devoured by a monster that we got here waiting. You ain't even going to get past the judgment. Your ass going to get ate the fuck up by a monster we got here waiting to gobble your ass up because you lived a life of wickedness and evil. Uncle L, salute. You live a life of wickedness and evil. So when it's time to come to these judgments, you ain't getting past this. When it's time to weigh your heart and see if you've been wicked to people for no reason, causing harm to others, trying to destroy lives, if they see that's what the fuck you've been doing, off with your motherfucking head. Your soul is gone. Your soul getting gobbled the fuck up. So you can see who don't believe in God and who do believe in God by their actions. You don't got to say about no fucking words. You can see the actions. Do you think you're going to see the afterlife and be one with God when you destroy innocent lives, when you targeted innocent people, when you malicious against your brother and your sister, when all you do is wicked towards the other fellow man? That's going to get you lit, nigga. They already know they doomed. They already know they done. They already know that life is over. They just living. That is an empty fucking vessel. That nigga just living. So what do the devil do when he already know his doom? He try to get people to be doomed with him. They try to get people to be doomed with him. So you motherfuckers, just know, when you following a motherfucker that's already doomed, they don't give a fuck because they just need company to get to where they going. So y'all go ahead.
We ain't gonna have no funny business. We gonna give you a fair shake in a better way. And she's grabbing him, and she's at the same time, his heart is being weighed. And this is the other side of the papyrus. You see, Tahuti Jehudi, he's the recorder.
So look what's going on here. Now we got the recorder. Because if you think God is sleeping and God don't see everything you doing, you got it mistaken. We got a nigga named Tahuti that's gonna write down all the deeds of your motherfucking life. Every single thing you did from birth till death, nigga, he has recorded that shit. And when it's time to see God, ain't no lying. Ain't no lying, because you will be judged by your actions on this motherfucking planet. You will be judged. So you don't even gotta speak. That nigga gonna pull your whole fucking life out and read you your life, and that, you see that shit waiting right there? That shit is waiting to devour you. You see that animal right there? That shit is waiting to devour you, because nothing that you have done on this motherfucking planet is not being recorded. And if you think that you're gonna do something on YouTube that's affecting people's real life and that shit don't count, you done fucked up. If you think because you in virtual world fucking with people and it's not affecting their real life, so you done fucked up. You done fucked up. But misery like company. And they already know where they going. They already know what it is for them. They lost everything on this planet already. You think after 40-something years of building a motherfucking family and a life, that after you lose it, you could just start over and build another one? She's done. That life is over. Ain't no starting that shit again. Ain't you know what 20 plus years of investment in a marriage and a life is? There is no second one. After that shit is done, you're done. Ain't no coming back from that. You ain't no motherfucking spring chicken. You ain't in your 20s. You cannot go back and work another 20 years on building some shit again. How old you gonna be? You're only getting older. Your body getting worse. You're only deteriorating. So if you ain't got the person that was there to love you now, you ain't gonna have nobody when it's time to go. The life is over. That life is over. When you fuck your life up at 30-something, ain't no going back. Ain't no going back. So she understands. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me give you an example. If a woman been on welfare for the majority of her motherfucking life and never worked, and she's now 45 years old and they cut the welfare off and force her to go to work, guess what she working? McDonald's. You know how long it's going to take her to go get a degree and get a GED and all the shit she don't fucking got to get the job that she need? This motherfucker ain't working how long? That nigga ain't got no experience in nothing. Where they gonna work at? They cannot start over. Now they gotta do odd jobs, nigga. That niggas better stop playing.
Just like you see in the court system. You see the court reporter that's recording everything. The Queen Mother, Offset, and the Divine.
See where they copy it from? You see where they copy it from? And they will, and we got black women that will want to throw away the Queen Mother and Son for the motherfucking white version. They will want to demonize the Queen Mother and Son for the motherfucking imitation copy. Because the devil accepts them and accepts all their fucking bad behavior.
Son Haru. The black woman is God. That's right. And ain't no doubt about it. These niggas want to debate because they come from an air mentality. Don't give no respect to a woman. Okay? Anybody in here and everybody in here got a navel, which means you were severed from a woman. And I don't hear nothing that, where niggas say, you cannot come before your mama. You can't. She the one that put the breast in your mouth and gave you life and nourishment. And so we understand a lot of these niggas talking about, and as the elders say, they want to say that man created woman from his mind. The elders say, do it again. Come up here, nigga, and do it again. we want to see you do it. Okay? That's bullshit. All these loops you jump through to degrade your woman. You understand? Because we say the black woman is God, that don't make us no lesser of no man. You understand what I'm saying? That don't mean we ain't gonna be the defining image of manhood. We're gonna do that too. Because when we give her praise, she gonna give us our praise. When we say the black woman is God, she gonna say the black man is God.
Exactly. And shout out to Cash App. Appreciate it. See, now what's going on is we got people that's hating. We got people that's hating if I get donations. And they don't like that I get donations, even though they get donations. And I don't care. So people are targeting subscribers and people in the chat for the pettiest of things. And I've also noticed that I shout certain people out, and then, because they come in my chat and they go in other people's chat, the other people start treating them a little bit differently. So imagine if you see somebody typing in my chat and that gets you mad because that same person be in your chat, how mad would you get if you hear me shout that person out for donating to, you know what I mean? So they're getting even more mad. So I'm not gonna shout out who's sending me the donations because they're starting to treat the people differently. And as we know, they're doxing people. You don't have to be a content creator. If you rub them the wrong way, you getting doxed. Even if you beg them to just leave you alone and you're gonna stop talking about them and you just wanted this shit to be done, you still gonna get doxed. They still gonna expose you. So with that being said, I would just avoid the whole thing by even putting people in that position. But I'm gonna shout out the Cash Apps. I'm just not gonna shout out the people. You know who you are, and I appreciate it, man. And it's unfortunate, but safety first. As you know, they trying to kill my virtual life. They got me. They got me on the run. I got all kind of people trying to kill me in the virtual life. So imagine if like I was a real activist and this was real and I really was doing, man, I need security like a motherfucker. I wouldn't be able to go nowhere. I wouldn't be able to walk out my house without security, man, because they will send anybody. At this point, when they hate you that much, they will send anybody to come for you. So, you know, we got a group of people working behind the scenes for me. They trying to get me in my home life. You know what I mean? Because they say I'm manipulating people and people follow me and he's brainwashing people. I said, God damn. So they basically are convinced that the people in this chat are brainwashed. The people watching are brainwashed. So there's no need to speak to those people. They just need to get rid of the person doing the brainwashing. So I guess after they get rid of the person doing the brainwashing, they can brainwash the people themselves with what they want the people to know. Because they're not even trying to really question the people. They just want to be the one in control of the brainwashing, it seems like. and that's crazy that that you just man, if I was y'all in the chat, I would be so insulted. I say this all the time because, like, shit, you couldn't call me no motherfucking follower. You would have to explain to me. You gonna have to explain to me what makes me brainwashed, motherfucker. Like, you ain't gonna be just telling me that shit and saying that about me.
And we gonna balance, okay? But these niggas, they scared of a woman. You understand? You watch the damn Flintstone. They got cartoons where the caveman drag.
Look at the representation that is the culture and history of those people. So when you got white boys trying to pass off as if they're black in our culture, and you hear how they talk to women with no respect and all disrespect, and they're overly sexualize the woman and use them as a sex object and feel they don't have to have no respect for her. They could introduce themselves. Hey, my name is Pervert. Can I suck a Jolly Rancher out your butt? Before they even get her name. Can I suck a Jolly Rancher out your butt? Nice to meet you. Because that's the culture that these niggas follow. They'll bash the woman over the head and drag her back to the house with you. You don't need to ask. You don't need to be polite. You don't have to show her no fucking respect. Hit her ass over the motherfucking head with a club and then drag her back to the cave and have your fucking way with her. That's the people that gravitates around these motherfuckers. And that's how they treat you on a panel if you're a woman. Because the culture says that all they're doing is displaying the same behavior on a virtual level. So the nigga can't physically bash you over the fucking head and drag you to the shit. So what are you going to use? His words and whatever weapons at his disposal on the motherfucking internet. So just disrespect a woman on a panel and you can kick her right the fuck off if she says anything you don't like. And then right after that, you and your boys can sexualize her and talk a bunch of shit about her, and there's nothing she can do about it. But guess what? If you actually have a different culture and a different moral standard, you wouldn't even do it. You wouldn't even do it. But not these niggas.
His woman by her hair. How the hell you gonna get religion from a man that drags his woman by the hair?
Look at it. Look at it. This ain't our culture. You ain't gonna find this in our drawings and in our motherfucking movie depictions of her. You ain't finding that because this ain't our culture. It's another people's culture. But when you understand who they are and what they do and what's part of their culture, then you can understand why they do the things that they do. But when you see the black ones trying to be over there doing that shit, you already know that's a black person that don't know himself. That is a lost nigga.
And get mad because somebody shit on that shit. And so again, you're looking at Aset, and you're looking at her Ruth, and you see her about to breastfeed. But here, you never see that. You never see that. They take that aspect from you because it shows you. She fed you. That right there shows you she God. You understand what I'm saying? We got to get out of all this spooking that God.
MG707 salute. Long live EA salute.
God is life. God is what allows us to stay here and to thrive and to prosper, okay? And so I don't know nobody that came before their mama. I just don't know it. And all of this shit that man created, woman from his mind, half your motherfuckers can't even call 1 + 1.
Sunrise, good afternoon.
Educated. You cannot come out the womb with no goddamn education. Everybody have to be trained in knowledge and science. You have to be educated.
That's a fact. Yo, there is no escaping that shit. Some people may want to believe that you can just be born and some special entity is just going to install knowledge in your head and download that shit like a motherfucking computer. But that's not how it fucking work. You have to learn how to be a fucking man and a woman. You have to learn that shit. Because you're going to just be an animal. You're just going to have your animalistic ways. You have to learn math, science, all that shit. You have to learn it. You have to learn it. How are you going to survive on the planet without this knowledge? Without this information? How are you going to travel? How are you going to be able to go from A to B if you ain't learned shit? How you going to understand how the things work? How to make stuff? How you going to understand medicine? How you going to understand to heal yourself when you're sick if you ain't learned shit? How you gonna know that you're not supposed to violate? That you're not supposed to kill and harm and take advantage? How you gonna fucking know that? You have to learn that. And these motherfuckers fight against education because they live off of instinct like motherfucking animals. These niggas live off of instinct like motherfucking animals. They don't read shit. You telling me that a motherfucker don't read nothing? Not a newspaper article, not a clipping, not a nothing? This shit is sad. Motherfuckers don't read shit. If a motherfucker see a paragraph and close the whole book because they don't want to read a whole paragraph. This is sad. So if that's the life you want to live, just live it. Just know that you don't be trying to drag people with that. That's not no benefit. That is a life of motherfucking destruction. You ain't going nowhere with that. You headed nowhere fast. So just so that we all know, we have to learn how to be men and learn how to be women. That's not something you just know. It's not something that's just put inside you. What is already inside you is instincts. You know what instincts do? Instincts make you knock a woman over the head and drag her back to your cave and fuck her because you horny. Well, you know what knowledge make you do? Knowledge make your ass fucking have respect for that woman. Try to court her. Try to fucking show her how special she is. Try to make her feel good and show her that you can provide and protect her in order to get her. But who the fuck want to go through that when they could just go for instinct? Bash her over the fucking head, drag her back to the cave. Like, come on, nigga. We teach you how to be men. Because you niggas, even though you're a male, you're just fucking animals. So you need to be taught how to be a fucking man.
Let me keep it moving. Now, as you watch The Wizard of Oz, you see the Wizard of Oz, the lion, the Tin Man, old Cracker Dorothy, and the other, who was it, the strong man? They come to the wizard. He's the deity. And he tells them all the things they need to do to get the things that they want. And they go and get it, and they bring it to him. You know what he say? Come back tomorrow. He say, God damn it, we ain't going nowhere. We done did all this and brought this to you, and you mean to tell me you're not going to live up to what you said you was going to do for us and get it, take me home and get it? And so they say, no, we ain't leaving. So they go in the back and see that nigga talking through a microphone.
You see the deepness in that shit, man? See what happens when you believe something without challenging it? When you just accept information, you can be led astray. Look how much hoops and fucking hurdles that the fucking Wizard of Oz made the fucking people go through. Because every time they came back, he just tried to get them something else to do. And when you get fed up and you tired of just being a fucking follower, Jalisco New Generation Salute, and you tired of being a fucking follower, you gonna want questions answered. And when motherfuckers can't answer your questions, you gonna go find the answer. When you find the answer, it's very disappointing. This motherfucker ain't even a wizard. It's a bunch of motherfuckers back here playing with fucking sound effects and shit. You start learning the reality and you start living your life different, because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, the truth fucking hurts. When you find out that ain't no fucking wizard, you gonna now have to be your own motherfucking provider. You gonna have to look within yourself and be that motherfucking person. Anything you want, you gonna have to strive for it and go get it. You can't just pray or beg the wizard or make a wish and get it. Now you gotta go work for that shit. That's what these realities teach you, and it hurts that you just can't pray for some shit and it come. Even though, you know, you can pray for some shit and it come, but you know, that's beyond the point.
That the wizard wasn't even real. Yeah, right. You see, the wizard wasn't real. The man who speaks for God is God. The man who speaks for the devil is the devil.
I don't know if y'all understand how deep that is. The man who speaks for God is God. The man who speaks for the devil is the devil. So these people in the highest positions of the churches and all the religions, they speak for God. They are the God. When they tell you how God feels, when they tell you what God meant, they're speaking as the God. That's the, oh my God, I don't understand this. They're speaking to, they are the God. You don't even know you're praising them. Because the words that you're hearing is coming from them. You ain't gonna go to find out where he getting these words from. Who told you that, nigga? When did God speak to you? Because I spoke to God last night. Jesus came to me last night. Jesus came and spoke to me. And he told me to tell the people. God came to me this morning. And he told me to give the people a message. Bruh, they do that. They do that.
See, ain't no God writing no damn books. The man that the wizard wasn't even real. Yeah, right. You see, the wizard wasn't real. The man who speaks for God is God. The man who speaks for the devil is the devil. See, ain't no God writing no damn books. Man is writing that. I went in on the internet and crackers got copyrights on the damn Bible.
Now explain that. If you believe in God, explain how there's copyrights on God's word. Somebody's getting paid off of God's word. Nigga, depending on which Bible you got, that's going to determine which people getting paid. Look, open your Bible. I don't give a fuck which one you got, nigga. You going to see a copyright on that motherfucker. Somebody's getting paid off of God's word. Because at the end of the day, it's man printing that motherfucker. Man got to get paid for his shit. He made that printing press. He made that. Salute, Trey. He made that printing press, nigga. He's the one that came up with the letter J. He the one that came up with the, nigga, he got to get paid. He got to get paid, nigga. And we gonna call it God's word all the fuck we want, but nigga, we need our motherfucking money, because this is man's paper, this is man's letter J, this is man's English. We need our fucking money. So y'all niggas play with this shit if y'all want to. Copyright on God's word, nigga.
They got copyrights on the Bible. Silly ass niggas. Talking about God. So just like you see this cracker talking through a microphone, see, that's the confessional. You don't never see no God, it's always a man. God never speaks for himself.
When it's time to go confess your sins in the Catholic Church, guess who you got to do it to? A man. When it's time to go confess your sins or get some advice from the pastor, and you got to pray and tell him all that's wrong with you, so that he can pray for you so God can help you. You got to go to the pastor and tell him your motherfucking business, all your ailments, how sick you is, all the shit that's going wrong with you, so he can have a ceremony for you, and he could do a sermon for you, and he could ask God to help you and all that shit. I'm just saying, you know?
And then niggas won't talk. You know, when you born into this world, you're black, you're innate.
Yeah, most likely it's a troll, but let them rock. I already figured most likely who that is. Just know, you say the wrong thing, you out of here, bro. We don't troll on Sunday service, my nigga. I got a live coming up later on. You could bring yourself in there and do all the trolling you want. Except if you Ronald Drones, because you already know you blocked. And that's probably who you are right now. But go ahead.
Black divinity tell you to report to your mama for duty.
Right.
You cry out for your mama.
Yeah, that's right.
And nobody come through the room and say, take me down to Reverend Brown Love Chapel. Nobody came out the room and say, take me on down to the mosque.
Salute, Trey, salute.
Huh? You called out for your black mama. That's what the innate black divinity told you to do. That's
Simply Erica.
Black woman is all over. I mean, she's my eye. She's justice, order. She's what keep this in order, the whole universe. She's the heavens. She's the temple, Nephet, with the temple on her head, the throne. When you really look at it, the woman encompassed, damn, and the whole Magna. That's the way when you look at that, a lot of people say, oh man, but when you look at the black man, when he was at his greatest as Pharaoh, his mama was his God.
Think about that. When Africans ruled Africa, his mother was his motherfucking God. Think about that. Look how far we came. We to the point to where there's a father, son, and no mother, just a Holy Spirit. They took the woman all the way out of here.
You niggas swear y'all got it all, and you crawling on your goddamn knees. All of y'all. And so you see that the wisdom is God. It's no different. You would never talk to that. Do you see men like that in the sky? Have y'all ever seen that? No. It don't exist. That don't mean the spiritual essence don't exist, but when you individualize it and make it a person, a God, like you can call him up and talk to him. See, that don't exist.
You hear that? That's the concept we got to understand. When you make God an individual and you make it something that has feelings or get jealous or anything that you can attribute to any human being, that's where you messed up. Because the concept of this thing, of this entity, cannot be balled up into no feelings, cannot be isolated to no motherfucking thoughts, and he cries and he gets jealous and he gets mad and all this type of shit. You can't do that to something that existed before feelings existed. You got to treat it for what it is. It is a force. It is an energy that flows through this universe, and it's in every single fucking thing. Period.
And you have to stop that because God is accredited for letting people do all kind of shit to us. God ordained us to be in this predicament. And some niggas believe it to the letter. God said I should do this. God said he could do that to me. It's God ordained. God said the Hebrews could take Canaan. You see here, again, it's a man. You never see a God. So we're going to have to stop. It's killing us. We are the God. Mama is the God. You see what I'm saying? All that money that y'all keep pumping in these churches, The communities is dying. We have to put the money back into the home. That's just the bottom line. We're not going to survive no other way. And so I was looking at it. Now look at the deity. It's the same man.
And if we don't know that by now, shit, we messed up. Now, every white man with a beard could be the representation of what God looked like. Any white man with a motherfucking white beard, big white beard, with gray hair, can be the picture of God. That's pretty much how it is. Any old white man, you take a picture of him, if he got the beard, he can be the representation of God, because this is what God looks like. Even this nigga with no teeth right here, he's the representation of God. Look at the pictures. Just like any old white man with a motherfucking beard is Santa Claus. Santa Claus is God. Look at him. It's the same fucking person. White beard, old nigga, gray hair. It's Santa Claus is God. It's all the same motherfucker. Because any white man with a motherfucking beard, old, and got gray, that nigga looks like God. Exactly, Letitia. That's why we got to know, like, bruh, that's for y'all. That's for y'all, nigga. This ain't mine. I don't need this one. Y'all can have that one. Y'all can have that one. Because he could be a motherfucking bum on the streets, or he could be the most richest nigga on the planet. That nigga is still look like God, nigga. He is the face of God. This nigga right here, this white man, no teeth, no nothing, is the face of God. Every other white man that gets old like this and look, it's the same fucking person, bro. Just like with Jesus. Any fucking white man with long hair and a beard a certain way, that's Jesus. They all the same motherfuckers. You don't even need to go look for, like, you could take any of these white men with the same hair and put them there in that fucking photo and be like, that's Jesus. Say, you could take any one of these white men and put them in the painting and be like, hey, that's God. Because their God represents them. Where's ours? Where is ours? My thing is, and the black woman is God.
Hey man, saying he laughed. I never thought it could work. Them dumb understand for. So God is supposed to be the sustainer.
Technically, he is. Look at this picture right here, Elohim child.
But we're sustained.
What color is those hands? Now, if you ever saw, because first of all, the Catholic Church, that's the first church. Let's just get that established, right? And you wouldn't have a Bible if it wasn't for the Catholics, right? So the only reason why you even have a Bible is because of the whole Roman Catholic Church and the Roman Empire, right? So they decide what God looks like, and they decided, nigga, it's a white hand that comes right from the sky. It's a white hand. So you telling me that you're going to say, you're going to grab the Bible, live by the Bible, but tell me that you serve a different God than the God that they say exists? You crazy. You have lost your mind. That is insulting, Kodak Black. Because for you to take my book that I put together, that I establish, and I write the guidelines, and I write the creeds too, for you to take it and tell me that the God of that book is anything other than what I say it is, you are bold. You are bold and disrespectful. And unfortunately, a lot of us are, because we want the book so bad, and we want it to be ours so bad, that we will tell the owners of the book that it don't mean what it means. Shit, you don't go to church where you need to leave the Bible alone, because the Bible came from the church.
Thank God.
And you quote, wait, Elohim child, you quoting the Bible? The shit, I think you confused. You must not know. If you ain't reading that shit in motherfucker, if you ain't reading that shit in the Torah, if you don't only got the Torah, like, it's real confusing. It's real confusing, because you taking their book and trying to use it to say, like, look, Daniel 7 verse 9 in your book says one thing, so I'm going to tell you that the God is not what you say it is. So why can't you prove it to me outside my book? Why you need my book to prove it? Why can't you find something else and prove my book wrong? Or prove that the same God can exist outside my book? Because I'm telling you for a fact that you can't go nowhere else outside that book to prove anything in that book. Because all the stories, all that shit that's in that motherfucker belongs to it or has been stolen from somewhere else. So if you try to live by that shit, good luck with that, man. And when you try to take it to go against it, let me tell you something. Rastafarians use the Bible. Fucking Hebrew Israelites use the Bible. The Mormons use the Bible and they wrote their own Bible. The fucking Jehovah Witness use the Bible. The fucking Presbyterians, the Seventh-day Adventists, the Protestants, the Baptists, even the Satanists use the Bible. So you telling me all these religions can use the Bible? All of them. It's just every one of them and they all say that the book is theirs and the book has a message for them. So they all could just use the book, huh? All of them right using the same book, right? I'm using the word God. If you quote in Daniel 7:9, then God comes from the Bible. If you quote in Daniel, then you know the word God ain't nowhere else except for in the Bible. So if you're talking about the Bible, you're talking about God because the word comes from the Bible. That's where you find the word. You can't find nobody talking about no God outside the Bible. That shit is only in those religious texts. Thugs Bunny, salute. That shit is only in them religious texts. So what happens is, a lot of times when we coming into new information and we realize that the church and all that shit is bogus, we want to leave it, but we can't let go of the stuff that's been put into us, like the belief in the Most High or belief that the book might be right. That's on you. Just know that if you keep searching, you're going to learn more truth. But if you want to hold on to some shit, you're going to always be holding on. But both can't be true. It can't be true and contradicting. You said God first. That's why I quoted the Torah. Elohim, are you Jewish? Or are you a Jew? Because you quoted the Torah. Okay, let's get this straight. The Bible, right, has the Old and New Testament. So if you were quoting the Torah, you need to make that clear, right? Because I can find Daniel in the Bible. So now you're saying you go on with the Torah version of the same shit. Okay, no problem. So you're a Jew. Let's just establish that. You are a Jew. And the Jews don't accept Jesus. So I just want to get some just to make sure. Elohim Child's a Jew, and she doesn't accept Jesus because Jews don't accept Jesus, not as the Lord and Savior. If you're a Christian, you do. Are you a Jew? Elohim Child. I mean, your name says it, but the thing about it is Hebrew Israelites use Elohim as well. And people from the conscious community that comes into learning the actual language of the Bible, they use Elohim as well. So if you're using Elohim because you're a Jew, you're going to have to let that be known so I get an understanding of your perspective. I never said Daniel was in the New Testament. I clearly said that Daniel is in the Old Testament and that the Old Testament is in the Bible. And so Daniel is in the Torah and in the Bible. So I can refer to Daniel in the Bible. So if you're talking about the Torah, then you have to make it clear. So that's now I know that there's a Daniel in the Old Testament in the Bible and there's a Daniel in the Torah. So either way, it's the same story. Now, I want to know, are you coming from a Jewish perspective or are you coming from the Bible's perspective? Just so that I get an understanding on how you looking at it. Because then I'll just I'll adapt to what I know you learned. Because depending on which one you is, you got a different teaching using the same books. So if you're a Hebrew Israelite, you pleading the fifth. That's it. That's all. Let's move on.
What you need with money, God? Damn, you God. What you need with money? You can just take what you want. You gotta go pay for nothing. You God.
That's right.
But you need all this money. See, y'all ain't listening. Y'all ain't listening. So you see why he the one that wrote the Bible. Yeah, some good things in it. That's the cheese. You got to put some cheese on the trap to get the mouse to come to it. Y'all niggas off the dog.
You got to put some cheese on the trap to get the mouse to come to it. Yeah, some good stuff in the book. That's the cheese. That's the shit that's going to lure you in. And then after you believe it, you're going to learn some shit about God told the people to kill, and he told them to keep all the little girls. And then you like, shit. But by that time, you can't denounce the shit. You don't believe it. By then, nigga, they caught you with the cheese, nigga. Now you on the trap.
I said, yeah, them good, but that's the cheese. Nigga, talk about the trap. Talk about the trap. Warning. Warning. Hazardous waste. When you wrap it all together, it's hazardous waste. It's partially responsible, largely responsible for the conditions that we in today.
Largely responsible for the conditions that we in today. I mean, who don't know the history of this and us, they might need to learn it.
There's no doubt about it. See, you're sick. You're sick.
Yeah.
You're sick. Serious. I have some more photos. And you can sit up here and talk the truth. And the niggas go right out. I guarantee you, then they go right. I don't care what they say.
Yeah, I know some people like that. They don't give a fuck what I say. This shit I could show them this shit. 1 + 1 is 2, all different ways, nigga. And that shit makes sense. And it's the truth. Niggas don't want to hear that shit, nigga. I still believe in Jesus, bro. I still believe. No problem. No problem. Just understand that that's you want to be that way. It ain't because you are open-minded. It's because you want to be that way.
You see, the power of God. Let me move out. And let me go back to that. If you're going to use the Bible, that's what you need to use it for. Put your damn heat up in there. You understand what I'm saying? The Bible and my God. The Bible. You can't be playing no games because it's going to get serious, families. They burnt all our religious literature, our spiritual literature. The Library of Alexandria, when the Greeks came into Egypt, they went through all the temples in Egypt, took all the libraries out of it, because they was in separate libraries, in separate temples, and they took them all and put them under one house. They call it the Library of Alexandria. And they burned it down.
Burnt it down. Why would they burn it down? Why would they burn down all that knowledge? Because when they realized who it belonged to, they was like, oh, hell no. Burnt it down. So now all we got is fragments of our motherfucking history. Fragments. These niggas destroyed shit and brought us back into the fucking dark ages. Right now, we in Renaissance. Our Renaissance been happening. It ain't even been 100 years yet. We just started getting from power in the 60s, y'all. Like, nigga, we are still a baby in a motherfucking revolution, bruh. And we forgot that we was at a war. 20 years into the shit, nigga forgot the whole war. And they just live in regular life while the war is still being fought, while white people, white women especially, is still coming into the black community, making black people fight for her, while black people won't even fight for another black woman. Shit crazy.
It down. Burnt our religious literature and gave us theirs. Period. King James. I mean, damn. 1611, that's the slave trade. Jamestown.
And that's the old Bible that I got too. I make sure I always look for the 1611 King James Bible. You know, that's the significance about it too. The 1611 is that shit's made specifically to help with the slave trade. Big cuz 410 salute. Specifically. 1600, yeah, nigga, we gonna use this book right here. Let's print this up, nigga. We gonna use this to enforce the slavery, to make the white people be okay morally with what we about to do. We about to use the word of God on these motherfuckers. They about to use the word of, so I'm gonna take that same word that has been used against me and use that shit to bring joy to my everyday life. Y'all niggas crazy. Y'all niggas lost y'all mind. And that's when you know you got a lost people, because they don't even understand that the weapon that they kissing and holding is a weapon that's used against them. It's a weapon that got them in this situation. Like you can be religious. Why you gotta pick this one? Like why you can't just pick another one? How about you just pick a different one? One of them that didn't enslave your people. Not because the Jewish one did, the fucking Islamic one did, and the Christian one did. So why don't you just pick a different one that doesn't have a history of enslaving your fucking people?
Niggas talking about King James was black. Nigga, please. If he was, that's even worse. And so when they came into Egypt.
Now he's talking about the Egyptian library a couple thousand years ago that they burned down when the Europeans came in there.
They stole but they didn't know the science, but they stole a lot of our symbols. Yeah. They stole a lot of our symbols. They still did. They don't know the science because they don't have the African spirit.
See what I'm telling y'all? I'm trying to explain to y'all that the white boy and his imitation, he's gonna never get the full understanding of the shit because it's not for him. Now the shit is in front of you every day, but it's for you to understand. And if you don't try to get the knowledge about it, you won't understand. When you go there, when you learn this information, it's gonna show you things that the white boy can't see. No matter how much he read and try to understand the shit, he's not gonna see the things that you're gonna see when you start learning this information. You know why? Because it's there for you. It ain't for them. Man.
To interpret the metal now, you have to have the African spirit. I see some niggas just picking it up like, oh, it's not just a language. It's a spirit. Yes. You got to have the African spirit to read the metal. And once you have it, it'll come to light. Don't mean you're going to know exactly what it is, but you will have a foundation. It's always deeper meanings, but the basic meaning is the first meaning. If you look at the cosmology, the sun, the moon, and how they correlate with the earth, you know, they was laying it down. Yeah. It was studying of creation. When you study creation, it brings you closer to the creator. Do you know most religions teach that you're some type of pagan or heathen if you study the stars? Yeah.
Demonize everybody outside of their one God religion. Everybody outside, the people that actually studied the universe and understood the stars and was able to map out the stars, they demonize all of them for their one God religion.
What nigga is that?
Lovely one.
You're a demon because you studying astronomy. Yeah. And then it's
that's a fact, Thugs Bunny.
In the star, even in Genesis.
The quote-unquote swastika that they call a swastika is not even a swastika. That is an African symbol, and you can find that shit in Egypt as well.
But you hear them parrot that. And so these are the Ptolemies. They was the one that brought that Jesus in. Quit saying Jesus was black. Goddamn, Jesus wasn't no black. All that you read in there talking about black, that was Osiris. That's a Sa. Oh, wow. Jesus was black. Jesus is Serapis. Right. You can put them right side by side, and I'm sorry to tell you that. Yes. Serapis is nothing but Zeus. Yeah. Say Jesus and stop. Hey, Zeus, I see you. Quit hiding and calling yourself Serapis. I see you. Hey, Zeus. You know that most Hebrews can't even use the word.
And being that English is such a fairly new language. Christianity existed before English. Spanish existed before English. So we had a whole nation of people who called Jesus Zeus before we had English. Before we had English, this man is known as Zeus, Jesus. There ain't no doubting that. There ain't no going against that, nigga. Before there was English, there was Spanish. And they was calling this man Zeus way before the English language came. So now because we got an English language, it's Jesus. It's Jesus now. That's Jesus. That's Zeus. It's still Zeus. I don't give a fuck what you want to call him. It's still Zeus. Because you got a brand new baby language. You think you're going to change the history of the fucking world. That's still Zeus. Give a fuck what you call him now. It's still Zeus.
Yahweh. You know what they have to use in place of that?
Carlos, salute.
Adonai. You know what the root of that is? Adonis. Adonis. Or faggot deity from.
So we got Adonai. How much times you done heard the Christians say Adonai? The Adonai God. Where you get that from? Where you getting these names from? Why is it in the Bible? Y'all niggas got all kind of different deities in the Bible and don't know it. But let me tell you, all you need to know is the black woman is God, because all that other shit is fuck shit.
They have to use in place of that? Adonai. Adonai. You know what the root of that is? Adonis. Adonis. Or faggot deity from Greece. And then you look at the baby angels. That's Cupid. That's Cupid. Yes. That's.
Now, Cupid represents pedophilia all day. All day. Because look who they got representing sex and love and all that. A fucking baby. A naked baby is their representation for sex and love and all that shit. It's a baby, Well, what's the history behind Cupid? Well, maybe what's the history behind the god? What's the history behind Zeus? What Zeus used to do? Zeus used to leave heaven and come down and rape little boys. He used to leave heaven and come down and rape little girls. That was I'm talking about, that's the father god. He gets to do whatever the fuck he want to do. He come down and rape a boy, rape a girl. He did all that shit anytime he wanted to. Anytime he fucking wanted to. Cupid is Greek, right? Okay. All right. Okay.
Cupid. All of those deities was transferred over into Christianity. And so these niggas sitting back laughing at you niggas. That's the preacher.
Biz 101, salute. Trey Spectors.
That gave him the authority to teach you that garbage. And as when they sit back laughing at you niggas. That's the preacher at the bottom, and that's the white cracker that gave him the authority to teach you that garbage. And as when they go home and count all that money, and they sitting up on the camera watching you niggas jump all around the damn church, acting like this damn deity that they know they created in the back room, and to actually put it out there and get niggas to jump like that for this some shit they done created. When you laugh,
I would be laughing my ass off. If I know I made this shit up and they believe that shit like this. Listen, we see this shit all the time. Y'all see when those people in the church wave their hand and all these people just faint? Bruh. Could you imagine the pastor laughing his ass off because they really going along with this shit? And they about to get paid, nigga.
Oh my God, man. Let me quit, man. So
Sugar Bill, good afternoon.
When you close your eyes, is this what you see when you close your eyes? If you do, report to BPC immediately. We're going to have to do surgery on your family. You hurt. Let me get out of that. Okay. Let me get out of that. Look at this. Look at this. I'm not even telling. I'm just telling. Look at this.
Yo, y'all think the Holy Spirit knocked her wig off? Y'all think the Holy Spirit made her wig come off?
And this nigga, you can see the white man is only using him for a puppet. This is when they whitewash your mind, okay? That's what religion is doing to our people, to where we won't even fight the causes of our genocide. And some of you niggas just keep going up, and no way. Nigga ain't gonna come down for nothing. He just gonna keep going up. That's the religious freak. He can't see nothing else. Brother whooping holler. Pass the pork chop. So we got to put out this warning. Monkey alert. Because these niggas is shuffling and jiving. When you see niggas smiling all the time, see, showing them teeth. Showing them teeth. Every time you see the nigga on TV, smiling, showing all 32. And then he told me, man, the nigga smile all the time. There's something up with that nigga. Something up with him. He plotting. You see what I'm saying? And so look at this nigga. This is another case of extreme nigga rights. This is another case of extreme nigga rights in the church.
You know that nigga want to be in the club. You know he want to be in the club. Look at your man.
This is what we doing in the church now. This is what we doing. Monkey alert, family. Monkey alert. Look at this crowd. Look at him. Spinning, grinning, and sinning. Look at this nigga.
Yo, you know, oh, come on, man. You know this nigga was a ballerina or something or whatever the fuck, and he just couldn't wait to get a place to display his shit. A lot of these motherfuckers used to be in the club, used to do a bunch of shit, and they don't go there no more, and they got this whole Jesus persona and this church persona that they put on, so they find a way to bring that shit into the church. These women and these niggas these niggas be thinking they're in the club and find a way to fucking shake their ass in the name of Jesus. This motherfucker doing all his ballerina moves. Nigga, what the fuck is causing you to do that other than you trying to show the fuck off or something? Look at this nigga spinning and doing all this weird shit. All because he used to be a ballerina. That's what it is. These niggas just find a way to bring their bullshit into the church.
Monkey alert, family. Monkey alert. Look at this crowd. Look at him. Spinning, grinning, and sinning. Look at this nigga. Somebody should walk up and knock his ass out. But see, this is what we think is holy. What the hell do we think he doing? Did God tell him to do that? Is that gonna get him a free pass into heaven? Come on, family. That ain't no Holy Ghost. That nigga acting no fool. So it's hypnotizing our people to do all type of craziness. Okay, let me get out of that. So you see this hand, and see, this is what when we look up in the sky, this is what we see. We ask the questions, but man answered the questions. Man answered his own questions to his own satisfaction. That's Ahmose Nefertari. She was the matriarch of the 18th dynasty, which was the most powerful dynasty in all of ancient Egypt's history. That's powerful. That's a statement. That's where the sisters got to look at their historical greatness. You know, y'all got to rise up. This is you. Black woman, you the goddess of the universe. Your history is greater than any, even the black man. Ain't no nigga in here bigger than his mother.
That's a fact.
Ain't no nigga in here bigger than his mom.
That's a fact.
That's right.
Niggas don't understand that mama shit, bro. Guess who understand that? Black people, because niggas don't play about mama.
And so, sister, you got to understand that you the daughter of Ra. The melanin, the sun connection. You see, I'm going to get into, because it's so deep in here, I'm going to keep going, because I want to hit this. You see right there, well, that's in Dendera. You can see the sun going up in her mouth, traveling through her body for 12 hours to be born out of her womb the next day.
Now, ain't that some shit? They got her represented as the universe, nigga, in a never-ending cycle. Comes through her mouth and be born through her womb again and goes back through and born through. Come on, my nigga. Because the only person that could create a son is the mother. The only person that could create a daughter is the mother. So the son of God would be who? The son of God, like what would be the God if he's the son? Gotta come out of her to be born.
Yes.
The black woman is God, and that's the king of the gods.
That's it.
That's the king of the gods. Raw, but he yet and still, he's subservient to his mom. Okay? And so man patterned himself after the son. Okay? Man patterned him, so the first resurrection is the son. It resurrects every day. It dies every day, and it resurrects the next day.
The first resurrection is the sun. Man has patterned themselves off of the stars. We look in the cosmos and we pattern ourselves off of that. The sun goes away and comes back. It dies every night and is born every morning through the graceness of the skies, which we call the woman. What are we doing here? These niggas is spooky.
And man patterned himself after creation. Okay? That's why when you look at Jesus, when it showed the death of Jesus, it's gonna show the sun going down. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Symbolism. All right, let me keep going. And you see right there, she's holding the sun up. She's holding it up in the sky. Now you see right there, the sun is also coming through her womb. What it is, it's an upside down pyramid.
Right.
That's the Sermon on the Mount. That's the Jesus. When they say Sermon on the Mount,
Gotta make sure we see that.
come through her womb. What it is, it's an upside down pyramid.
Right.
See that? Upside down pyramid. What's at the top? What's at the top? That big circle at the top. That's the sun being born out of that vagina. That pyramid, you see the base of the pyramid, the base of the pyramid is the waist. And then right at the top of the pyramid is where that big circle is, because that's where the sun is born. So this is symbolism at its finest. At its finest. It ain't for them to understand. It's for us to understand, because we have a culture that's matriarch and we don't know why. This is why, because it's in us. It's from where we come from. We got Big Mama because the black woman is God.
That's the Sermon on the Mount. That's the Jesus. When they say Sermon on the Mount, that's the Sermon on the Mount. Keep it pushing. So when you look on some of the sarcophagus, you will see that the womb of Newt is an upside down pyramid. See, that pyramid is a womb.
So they designed the pyramid just so that it can fit just like this. They designed it so that at a certain time, the sun would be right at this exact point. They designed it just so that it can do that. So now you can see in real life what they've been drawing on the wall. That shit lines up perfectly, because that's what they was trying to get. That's what they was making. They knew what the fuck they was doing. They saying that son is getting born every fucking day. That motherfucker gets born. But let the white boy come and he says the son of God, and it's a real man. It's a fucking man. Nigga made the son of God a man, when the son of God is the fucking son. This is just exactly what it says it is. But because the white boy came and saw all these pictures of actual people, of personifications, and the information wasn't for him. When the Greeks came in and saw this information, they couldn't read the symbols. All they saw was people. So they're looking at this like it's real people. So when they saw the Son of God, they thought it was a man. And they went and built a whole religion around this man. And that they called Serapis, that became Zeus, that became Jesus. They built a whole religion around this man because when they saw this, they thought that the Egyptians was praising a man. Let them have that shit because they got it all wrong because it wasn't for them, nigga. The Son of God is the Son, not a man. That's for the motherfuckers that it ain't for you. You could take it in and believe what you want. It ain't for you. That's why you think it's a man. That's for you. But then those same people demonize the motherfucking Son and say you son worshiping, you son worshiping. Well, your son is a man though. Are they planning to change? But look, Letitia, could you imagine that these niggas gonna change God anything? This is, and people accept it. All of a sudden now you can change God something. Who the fuck are you? Who do you think you are? How can you change anything about God? You know they start changing God's words to let homosexuals not be stoned to death. I say shit, nigga. Whoa. That's the exactly clear example of the man who's speaking to you about God or telling you what God said is God. Because this nigga changed his mind. This nigga say, you know what? Homosexuals are allowed now. We're not gonna stone them to death anymore. Huh? Who said so? Well, I spoke to God and he decided that like these niggas could come 1,000 years later and change up some shit, nigga. Now God is not a he or he. He's gender neutral, and because he gay now. So maybe in about 20 years, God will be gay, and he don't care about man or woman because God is gender neutral and God really don't give a fuck. So, God is gay and God is the head of the LGBT. Like, that's the fuck. I mean, come on. Come on, guys. Remember when God was like, two men should not be laid together with two men. And when God said, to reproduce and multiply, well, I spoke to God yesterday, and he said that we good. We can fuck each other. Everybody could just fuck each other, and like fuck out of here. And shit, man made the law, biz. The only laws that can't be changed is the laws of the universe, nigga. Two men can't have a baby. Like, those are the laws of the motherfucking universe. Men cannot pass down the 2 X chromosomes. Like, certain shit, like, at the end of the day, no matter what man say, God says, or what, the laws of the universe cannot be changed. It trumps all that shit that they fucking talking. All that shit they talk, they can say whatever the fuck they want. You can't change the laws of the universe. Let them go ahead. They can have all that shit, nigga. Because whoever wants to be convinced will be convinced.
And that's why the king was placed deep down in the womb of the pyramid. And just like Ra, he will rise again when being born at the tip.
Now, the Egyptian men, the African men understood that every morning when the sun rises, your penis gets hard as a rock and rises with the sun. So with the sunrise comes your penis rise, which is called an erection. Hence you have the resurrection. The resurrection. Oh my God, these niggas don't understand symbols, boy. These niggas don't understand symbols, bruh. And that's because they did not learn to. How you gonna understand some shit you ain't learned? Nigga, you gotta learn this. The church is corrupt by man and money. Biz, that would mean that the church was built by something other than man. If the man built the church, then it was corrupt from when it got built. If the man is the one who built the church, then it was built corrupt. You don't just automatically just become corrupt because of men. Nigga, it's men that built it. It's men that wrote the book. It's men that did all this shit because ain't no God did it. We don't have no, because you know what that would be? Alien technology. If we had anything that God wrote on, that shit would be alien shit. That shit would be in a museum right now. Nobody could touch that motherfucker. They would still be running tests on that because it would not be of this world. Period. So all the shit we got, man made that. And they can say God told them to write it, but that's he say, she say. Nigga, I need proof. Just because a nigga said God gave him these words, I gotta believe him. That's for a nigga that already believe. You can't get a nigga that wants to learn the truth to just accept that shit. Like you, so just because you said so, I'm gonna just accept that, huh? Oh, because you said so, huh? My nigga, you gotta do better than that. That's for the niggas already believe.
That's the birth of the son. And you see right there that the brothers being the side, you see that melanin. If you right, that's only if you right, brother. In the morning time. You see? And them sisters know, because they know that's like one of the best times. You see what I'm saying? Because it's there. You can just do what you want to do. You see what I'm saying? All the things you ever wanted to do, you might not have a good day. You got one today. You see what I'm saying? You right. That's resurrection. Resurrection is re-erection. Re-erection. The possibility to procreate again. Our people worship procreation. Keep it moving. And so you see, everybody always talking about it's a water pump. And it's all this and it's all that. It's the greatest monument ever built to the black woman.
Thugs Bunny is funny.
There is right there. You see the son being born from the womb. Keep it moving. This is Serapis worship. We can go to every goddamn black church right now, and damn near 75% got Serapis up on their goddamn wall. Wondering why our sisters won't respect us as men, because their goddamn God is a white man. You got to take that shit down, brother. You got to go to war with that shit. You got to go to war with, what is the God? Is it the sun? Is it creation? Or is it the goddamn books? You can't live without the sun. See, when we say we worship the sun, that means we worship creation. How has God created the Bible when they shun you for studying creation? Because they know they are the goddamn order. They know the goddamn beast created that shit. Let me keep it moving. Hey, Zeus, that should let you know right there that the man, when you say the man's name in Spanish or Portuguese, which is a romantic language coming out of Rome.
Study linguistics, people, and get the etymology of words. Because when we speaking in English, we kind of get lost and start thinking like English has always been spoken. Like that shit is a language that everybody knows because the world's speaking English now. Well, unfortunately, this is a very new language, and all that shit we talking, nobody used to talk that shit. This English language of ours is a baby, and back then, nobody recognized this fucking language. The languages of the world was that Portuguese, that Spain, that Latin. So if you want to learn some shit so that you can understand the writings of back then, you have to learn Latin. And if you want to learn Latin, shout out to Sacred Grove, because Sacred Grove can teach you Latin. Sacred Grove can teach you Latin. So all them haters out there that don't understand the importance of education, they be sleeping on niggas. Sacred Grove can teach you Latin for a charge, because this information ain't free. Fuck that.
It says, hey, Zeus. We say the motherfucker, look, is all these coincidences? They all adding up? Let me keep it moving. For you niggas that want to paint Jesus black. See our queens right here? I keep bringing it back because in Africa, they never painted none of our deities. What? I couldn't find one. Not one. they always use materials of melanin. So you seeing in Africa how black was whole. It's the essence of where we come from. It's the womb. It's the universe. It's the carbon. Everything in existence is a carbon-based creation. If it ain't got carbon in it, it can't exist. What color is carbon? Black.
Black. Color is carbon. Black. That's how we ended up with that one. Carbon is black. So this is a great Sunday service. Listen, when I'll be enjoying this shit. When I'm watching this and I'm reacting to it, I'll be enjoying this shit, man, because I love the information. The information is beautiful. Going over it is breathtaking. Just going over the information. We're gonna be doing the feminization of the black man. Shout out to Io Kamanti, aka the Irritated Genie. The Irritated Genie was a person of the movement of the black quote unquote conscious community, but you know, it's such a broad thing that they make it seem like the conscious community is a place. You feel me? It make it seem like the conscious community is a place when it's really not. What happens is, if you are into the same set of teachings or same academic stuff, you're going to end up with like minds. So the more I speak on certain topics like religion and stuff like that, I'm going to end up with people who are interested in those topics. And that's those people that's in the conscious community. The people that are in the conscious community, quote unquote conscious community, all gravitate towards that information, period. That's why it's there. Now, if you gravitate towards information about hating black men, there's a community for that, and usually you go around Cynthia G. If you in the thing about hating black women, there's a community for that, and the people of like minds might end up in the manosphere. Like, this is just how it goes. So to try to make it seem like it's a place or whatever, no, what's going to happen is, if you're a Christian and all you speak about is Christian stuff, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of people that go to church and your shit. You're going to end up being in a community where there's a lot of people that's into Christianity. I don't understand these stupid motherfuckers' logic. That's why they can't talk to me. They can only talk to the stupid motherfuckers that's stupid just like them. Anyway, man, shout out to the people that came through. Angelina Rogers, Eva May, Jason with a Carrot, Sugar Bear, Thugs Bunny, Sunrise 71, Lovely One, Nightbot Salute, Letitia's Third Eye POV. Let's make Letitia great again. Please sub up to Letitia, because Letitia, they don't, man, you already know they was hating. Letitia will be past so much people right now in subs if YouTube ain't clap her shit. Big Cuz 410 salute. Biz 101. Sub up to Biz 101, my people. Sub up to Biz 101 so we can get that stock market info. So we can get that. Long live EA. Evolve Mate. Traspectives. Let's see who else was on here. Rally Time TV. Yeah, thank you guys for pulling up. Carlos Franklin, Katana. We had a good day today as usual. Sunday service usually be running smooth without all the bullshit. They always say that people only want the drama and all. Like, shut up. That niggas. Now, one of these niggas thought about doing Sunday service. They just kept doing drama. Imagine these niggas do drama every day of the fucking week, and they never thought to do something similar to Sunday service. And now they mad because they didn't think about it. Well, too bad, nigga. Now I'm extending Sunday service. We're gonna have more of this kind of content throughout the week now. They're gonna be mad. MG707, salute. They're gonna be mad because they acting like I'm chasing the motherfucking I'm chasing the topics. No, nigga, this is YouTube. I'm bringing you a part of me, and you accept it or you don't. Shit, nigga, I'm not following what the people want, what the people want to hear, or I'm just looking for what people want. No, because that's how I become a motherfucking slave to the people. No, I'm sharing a part of myself and the things that I'm interested in. And if you're interested in what I'm interested in, then you will be interested and you will support. If not, you support the things you like. Go, you know what I mean? Like, come on, Trey, salute Trey, Elohim Child, Kodak Black. You know, support the things you want to support, but don't hate on my shit because you can't do it. Ooh, you can't do it. Simply Erica, because they can't do it. Really Time TV. Just because they can't do it, they hating on the kid. Trying to demonize everything I do, then try to do the exact thing I do. Jalisco, New Generation, salute. Salute. And try to copy everything I do, but start off hating on everything I do, then they're going to want to do everything I do. So, you know. Let me see. Scrolling up. Katana. Scrolling up. Gems from Willie Brown. Uncle L. Salute. Scrolling up. You know what I mean? We out here. We rocked out. It's Sunday. You know how we do on a Sunday. Divide and conquer. Salute. You know how we do on a Sunday. Young Riaz. Salute. Going up. Shakira's History Channel on a Sunday. Going up on a Sunday. Caitlin. Courtney. Thank you for pulling up, Courtney. Going up on a Sunday. So shout out to Caitlin in the building. Yeah, man, we rocked out, man. Don't let them fool you or even try and stool you. Oh no, we got a mind of our own. Stay alive. Oh man, I want to play that. I'm gonna go out with that one. I'm gonna go out with that one. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them people? Now, let me see. We're gonna go out with a nice one. With a nice one. Hope y'all know this one. Y'all better know this one. Yeah, and as we end off, Cornbread, you better know you gotta hit my link, or you know you ain't gonna be looking at as a serious dude. You gonna have to hit my link, brother. If you want to be serious and you want people to take you serious, you're gonna have to hit my link, brother. Just putting that out there. Could you be loved? Let's go. Thank you for everybody for pulling up. We out after this one right here.